everybody. Might not look like a lot has changed on this since the last video, but the chassis is fully welded as far as I can until I get some more components in place, and then we'll keep adding bracing and brackets as we need. Did wind up getting the pumps. No thanks to UPS themselves. They dropped these on a doorstep on the other side of town, and there were no issues with my name, address. The guy that, the house who picked them up, he was nice enough to contact me and deliver them even. So thank you, Craig, for that. I can't believe UPS. They're just dropping stuff at random doors because they didn't feel like delivering it. But we got them. Most important part of this vehicle. And if you want to see the chassis finishing up coming together, keep watching. If folks are wondering what I'm running here for all my welding, most of the welding I do is all done with my Syncrowave 210. It's a stick, TIG, AC TIG, MIG combo unit. You can add in other cards for high frequency, pulses, all different stuff. It's a pretty nice machine. Got it a number of years back, never had any issues. Always liked Miller's. A lot of the spool gun welding, just because there is so much welding to do, and in the nicer critical parts, I'm going to definitely TIG everything, but I'm using the Spoolmate 100, which is a fairly light duty gun, using 4043 035 wire. And I've been kind of doing most of the welding on the chassis there with about 9.8 inches per minute and 22.5 volts, which is more or less maxing out the welder. At that point, it only has like a 25-30% duty cycle. So I try and be conscious to that. I don't feel like burning the machine up. These are not cheap to replace anymore. My other welding cart, cheap little MIG pack. I got a Hypertherm plasma cutter under there. Yeah, little tour of the shop. I have a mill drill machine that needs a little bit of attention. This fall, I did manage to get my hands on an early 1940s South Bend 16-inch, 60-inch bed. It's almost 8 feet long total length. Completely disassembled it, went through every gearbox, changed all the felt oilers. I still just have to bring a couple things into calibration here. I got a new 2-horse motor underneath, get that mounted and everything. Finish some of the covers, put them on, get the tailstock aligned to the headstock. And then I do have a new lineup of quick change tool posts that I'm going to get on there. And I can't wait to get that machine going. It is going to be needed for some of the stuff I want to do. Just a beautiful machine too. I'm so excited to get this thing going. That was last fall's project, and had I been doing YouTube videos, that probably would have been a fun one to go through. But I always am up to stuff like that. So when eventually, someday, month, year, the SnowCat's done, there will be more projects to come. I'm kind of enjoying the videoing side of things. It's kind of fun. I always love watching what other people do, so I'm happy to share. All right, let's get to some building.
Alright, well the audio on this clip didn't come through very good. Tiger Torch is just way too loud. What I'm trying to say here in the video is that I'm heating up this base material before I come along and fully weld in everything. I'm heating it up to the point so that it causes condensation on the aluminum, and if you kind of look at the sheen or the texture, it changes, and then I burn that condensation off to know where I'm getting it hot enough. And that seemed to put enough heat in that when I came along with the spool gun, it could put more time into actually welding. It eliminated most of the cold starts and really helped with the penetration of the weld. So I'm really happy I took the time to do that. It made all the difference, and I'm sure that'll help with longevity. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Got lots more to go, and keep watching.
All right, took a little break there, let the welder cool down, and I needed some lunch myself. So I have one side almost fully welded in, other than the bottom, which I need to take the frame off. But as you can see, that is just burning in beautifully. Preheating's helping a ton. Once we clean all the soot off and everything, it'll all look a lot cleaner. Some outside joints to do still, but it's going in nicely, and it's hard to see on camera, but by eye everything's looking nice and true, parallel, square, you name it. I got some wood blocks in there to keep it from squeezing together. I just wanted to get these insides welded and ground down, and then also have some cross sections. I'm not planning on welding too much in the center right now. Well, I am very happy with how that went. Chassis is fully welded in, as you could see in the video, and I'm really happy. You might notice that there is no triangulation in there, and the more and more I thought about it, it is absolutely unnecessary and overkill. They will probably be bracing in for other things, like for motor mount and stuff like that, so there may still be tubes that have to get put in. But because we're skinning this and cladding the bottom in 3/16 and the side likely in 1/8 plate, that is going to do all the work we need for us for all the twisting and everything, and there's really no reason for the square tubing to be put in. That plate will do the job for us. So save a little bit of money, save a little bit of weight, and yeah, I think it'll turn out really good. As I keep saying, obviously, I'm pretty pumped. We've got a rolling chassis, and next step is going to be pulling the engine. So I think part 4 of the SnowCat build is going to be more based around tearing that 2000 Jetta apart, getting that diesel out. I do plan on essentially refreshing the engine. It sounds great, it runs really good, but I don't really want to put anything leaky or drop an engine in this thing that I'm going to have to work on. So I'll probably put a new oil pan gasket, check out the bottom end, probably pull the head, throw a head gasket on. Since I'm there, let me take a look at the insides. I want to make sure this is good. I want this to be a very robust, powerful machine. So we'll go through the motor, make sure it's all good, and then hopefully the pumps will be here by then, and we will be dropping the engine and pump assembly in, figuring out where that's all sitting, and yeah, keep moving on. All right, well, hope you enjoyed the chassis build. As every YouTuber seems to say, don't forget to like and subscribe. Apparently it helps, I wouldn't know. But yeah, I'm just pretty pumped, and I want to share what I'm doing.